it going? How are we doing today? It's Talk Comics to Me time. We're in the comic book bone zone. It's number 18. We're boning around comic books.
We're boning these comics.
We're boning. You, I'm Cham Champenstein,
I'm Heather Hadfield.
and we're here to talk about some comic books. I don't know, Heather, you got some fun stuff over there?
Not right now. I probably will by the end, but I'll talk about a comic if you want.
I suppose so.
All right. This is a DC book that goes by the name of The Joker, Boy Who Stopped Laughing. I have to hold it like this next to me because I don't like looking at the ad on the back. It might
Yeah,
just be
there's
me.
there's a lot of flash ads this week.
It's very frustrating. This is issue number 9. This is just a fake Joker trying to make his way back to Gotham. He keeps running into stuff, and then real Joker, who is in Gotham, and they are both separately trying to recruit soldiers so that they can fight each other. It's
Fun.
as I've said with every issue, it's very silly. It's very silly, but it's been a lot of fun. This one's also a lot of fun because they keep trying to recruit the same people.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So one will talk to someone, and then like an hour later, the other one will go like talk to them. They're like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" It's pretty funny. And then the story at the end is the Joker decided for like a big scheme or like a laugh of his. He just wanted to paint the Spring Bridge green. So he's in the middle of painting it. Batgirl kind of just like knocks him off the bridge on accident, and they think that he's dead. Uh, so Gordon is obviously like, no, he's not dead. You guys don't understand. This dude can't die. So he's like trying to find him, and they can't. And everyone thinks that Gordon is going crazy and like drinking again, but he's like, no, you guys just don't understand how the Joker works. How have you guys been doing this for so long, and you just don't know that he just can't die? So it was pretty fun, but big war's about to start.
I do like the idea that it's just like you've been doing this for, years and years. Like he just keeps coming back.
How do you not understand yet? Yeah, it's
I
pretty good.
like that. Okay, well, it's my turn. I've got a few books. First I have a book that has come back from a little bit of a break. I have Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. This is issue number 6. Mezzi and Maseo have grown up, and in this issue they are doing a lot of banging.
I did flip through it because I was curious.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a lot of
it's
banging.
yeah, no, it's the entire issue. Like
Yeah.
that is it's like the whole idea of the issue is that like, they're traversing, the post-apocalyptic world looking for this oasis that Mezzi like killed a man for directions to, basically. Um because she was initially going to burn it down, and then this like issue is about like them, as adults trying to get there but also being in love, and basically just finding love within each other at every every single place that they possibly can. Yeah, it's just them banging for like an entire issue, which like it's fine. I don't hate it, but it's also just like, I don't know, man.
They just
I
needed
get
a very sexual filler.
Yeah, it's just like straight, just like, and then we fucked here, and then we fucked here, and then we fucked here. It's like, okay, cool. The art's great, though. It looks
Yeah.
great. It looks real good. Lila Del Duca does some of the art in this issue, and it's just, let me see if I can find something that's like the least of the badness. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Cute.
So it looks really good. Yeah, that's that book. This book, cute little love story. The trade came out this week too, or last week. Um, so yeah, if you read the trade and like it, then you can just start on the single issues right now if you want.
It's a
Uh,
perfect time.
yeah. And then I have Shazam. This is issue number 2. This is by Mark Waid and Dan Mora, and goodness, I can't remember who does the colors. Alejandro Sanchez does the colors, and Troy Peteri does the letters, because letters are fun in this book. Um, I I really, really like this book a lot. I know it's a little bit of Dan Mora art, but this is, it's just like, it's a lot like the Batman Superman World's Finest, like the way the story goes. There is a little bit of like seriousness to it because uh Shazam is basically like kind of giving into I guess anger. There's a lot of, it's a Shazam story. You're gonna get what's gonna go on. But there is like a little like dinosaur lawyer in here. And let me tell you, I love that guy. He is just top
Oh,
top notch, in a little suit, has a little briefcase, a top hat, and a monocle.
very
Just,
cute.
it's like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it. So yeah, I definitely suggest this book. I love Dan Mora. The thing to be aware of right now is that all this book is spinning off into Night Terrors side story. So I think Shazam is on hiatus for like the Night Terrors part. And I'm pretty sure that Dan Mora is doing the art for that issue, the Shazam
Okay.
issue. Um, but it's at least Mary at the end of this, it's Mary like leading into the Night Terrors issue.
Okay.
Ugh,
Yeah,
Night
very
Terrors.
dumb.
Night Terrors stuff is gonna make me mad. I was planning, like I said, I was planning on not doing it, and then I was like, oh, the books I'm reading are all like several of them are going into that. Like
Right.
I have to. Um, so then I have Peacemaker Tries Hard. This is issue number 2. This is just a story, or this issue is just Peacemaker trying to do this task to get his dog Bruce Wayne back. Um, and yeah, I really, really like this. I really like this story. The art is really fucking good. The story is really funny. It's written by Kyle Starks, and the art is by Steve Pugh. And I think, yeah, Jordi Belair does the colors. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I've you're just all over the place over
I'm sorry,
there.
I'm trying to. The glare behind me was really bothering me, so I'm trying to find a spot in my living room.
I just like saw it all out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, okay, I think I'm good now.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's all I think that's all I can say. I laughed a lot in the first issue. I enjoyed this issue quite a bit. I laughed several times, so it's just dumb and silly and a lot of fun.
Very good, very good.
All right.
Okay,
You
are you
ready?
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. We got I hate this place or fuck this place.
I got
Uh,
fuck this place.
this is issue number 9. And in the last issue, they came back from, or I guess not they. Why can't I remember the other
Gertrude?
Gertrude? No, Trudy is the other lady.
Oh.
The black lady, it's Trudy.
Oh, god
The
damn it. I can never
the
remember their
the,
names either.
the
Baby
white lady,
Taylor.
the white lady.
The white lady, yeah. I
Uh,
wish. Dang it.
I swear I had it too.
Gabby.
Gabby.
Gabby and Trudy.
So yeah,
I get mixed up
Gabby.
because they sound the same to me.
Yeah, Gabby came back from the future, learning that, she's probably gonna find this thing and destroy the world. And man, as time travel goes, stuff comes true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, pretty much. There was a page in here that I really, really liked, like the way that the art was done. And now
I
I
did.
just.
I like the reveal of like who the Green Man is. Like that
Right.
was pretty cool. I really
I
like
like
this
the
book a
whole the
lot.
way that yeah, it's coming together. Like
Hmm.
you have everything that happened in the future that kind of felt like it came out of nowhere, but at the same time now it like makes sense for the story, and like
Yeah.
you find out like what happened to, that's the page I'm trying to find, her, yeah, this one. It was mostly the colors, what happened to like her uncle and how her aunt and uncle died and stuff.
Yeah.
Just the quote that he says, "This place is hell on earth, but damn if she ain't beautiful." Just I like that part a lot.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, it's a really good story. And I don't know how many issues is it going to be, like 10 or 11, something like that. I remember it's like almost done.
Is it? I'm sure it has to be like, hold on, I have everything pulled up. I can look
Okay.
this up. I would say like at least two more.
Yeah. I remember it is coming to its end, but I just can't remember like when.
Yeah, series finale is actually issue number 10.
Okay.
So the next issue. Wow. I don't want it. I don't want
I
to
know, that's what I'm saying. Like it makes sense
end.
for like the story to end when it does. Like it's wrapping up really nicely, and I know that it's going to be like a good ending, but at the same time I'm like, but like what if I want more?
Yeah. No,
You
it's just
know,
like
like
I wasn't even really thinking about it ending at all. I think that's the other thing. It's just like I wasn't that wasn't in my brain. So now I'm like, oh fuck. Okay. Well, it's fine.
yeah, it'll be good. And then
Yeah.
the end essay is the developing history of the home invasion film, which I absolutely loved. That it was really well done. And then there's a list of recommended home invasion movies that were all, for the most part, good. I think
Yeah.
the only one that I had an issue with was The Strangers, and it's because I hate that movie with like 95% of my being.
But Glenn Howerton is in it.
But that movie, I can't even explain to you like why I hate that movie. I just like that cute little fact. That movie was the catalyst for Braden and I dating. He was at the exact same showing as me with his mom, and I was with a friend, and we had seen each other when we left. And I thought that was our talking point, was like, "Hey, did I see you at this movie?" But I still hate that movie.
The movie that helped you meet your husband, though.
Yeah, I know, but that was like the thing that we talked about, was how much we
Producing
hated it.
producing your future baby.
I'm gonna name him Glenn Howerton. An homage
Gambit
to our
Glenn
first meeting.
Glenn Gambit Howerton.
Wait, Glenn Gambit Howerton Hadfield is actually a really good name. I bet he would approve of that.
Glenn Howerton, we know you're listening. Please let us know.
He better be. I listen to his Sunny podcast all the time. The least he could do is listen to ours.
All right, are you ready for the next?
Yes.
We got the Goo Boys. This is Phantom Road. This is issue number 4.
That's what everyone calls us.
The Goo
The
Boys.
Goo Boys.
This is the story about the, I guess, alternate world behind ours where there's gooey, weird human monsters, and our two main characters are trying to transport some sort of thing
It's the
to
stone of life.
the thing to somewhere.
Yeah, it's very strange because I wish I just knew what the stone thing was. Like if they would just like explain exactly what it is, then I would be like, okay, cool. But it's just a very vague thing that's like, yeah, we got to take this back where we found it. This is the thing that like separates our worlds. It's like, but like, what is it, like an alien rock? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of story.
I know. And there's also an FBI agent who has been taken hostage by the masked bandit, who is interviewing her to get answers, but not liking the answers that he's getting.
Yeah, it's like you think he would know that she doesn't know anything.
Right. Or
It's
maybe
like
he
you
was given like bad intel or something.
this is a book by Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Walta, and Jordi Peller does the colors.
Yes.
It's not like a terrible story. It is just like one of those things where I can't tell if I like it. Next issue ends the first story arc. Heather and I just looked that up. So look at us.
Yeah, we did
Wait,
something
wait,
for once.
wait. Yeah, we did it. We have done some legwork, which is funny because we're both in front of computers, so we could literally do it at any point during our podcast anyway. Um,
Yeah, that just takes up way too much of our attention, and we don't have enough of that as it is.
but yeah, that's Phantom Road.
Yeah,
It's an all
it's
right
fine.
story. Yeah.
Okay.
Next we have Love Everlasting. This is issue what, number 8?
Yeah.
All right.
Joan gets released from the institution that she was put into. Um, goes back home to her family and her kids, and life goes on. But the cowboy is there every step of the way trying to talk to her.
Yeah, it's just funny because like you see how you kind of just see her given to like this world, even though she knows it's wrong, but she just
Mm-hmm.
like doesn't have anything else to do or where
Mm-hmm.
way to go. Um, I just like this book is so weird and so enjoyable at the same time. I just never know like just like what the like right now especially I'm just like what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I do love how they just like made the cowboy just there for every step of the way, and he's just like, you can't ignore me forever.
Yeah.
And she just tries anyway. I do think that's really funny. And I like the thing that they did at like in the middle of the book when he's talking about her husband, when he says like, sometimes I forget it's like 1963 and stuff like
Hmm.
that. And then at the end on New Year's, when they're like bringing in the new year, they say happy 1963. So I'm like, okay, so they're just repeating that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a very cool book because it's confusing.
Yeah, because like that was like the whole reason why she ended up going like getting put into the institution. It was because she was like, oh, we've just been repeating the same like all of
Mm-hmm.
these major events keep happening on like in 1963. And like, yeah, and there's something real good about that.
Yeah, yeah, like it makes it seem as if she's supposed to like figure something out in order to like move on, which, you know, classic Groundhog Day, love it.
Yeah, well, and it's also like she's not a reliable narrator either. Like,
Right.
like she's unreliable. And especially at this point where you can't like decipher between her and the cowboy, like they've really like put that in there where it's like, they're so intertwined. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
are they the same person? Like what's going on with this?
At this point, that is what it seems like, and I don't know, I love that. I love they're like tiny little twists in the story, and I
Mhm.
think it's a lot of fun. It keeps it interesting at the very least.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, you go ahead.
My dog just farted. She's giving me a look as if I personally offended her. Jesus. Okay. This is Death Dealer, Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer. It's issue number 13. That's crazy. That's just
Yeah.
moving along. In the last issue, um, Kerr and Death Dealer, who is one, um, they were preparing for a cute little war against his brother, who is searching for the baby that they stole from hell. This one, the castle that they were at before in the last issue has fallen. Everyone there has been murdered. Death Dealer and the Wizard and the baby all just kind of snuck out the back door when it was happening. They just like left them,
Amazing.
which I
Good,
thought was
good.
pretty rude. And they're on their way to the next castle, which holds this guy. I'm not sure how to say his name, but it's someone that Kerr has known for a very long time. He was gifted with this sword from the gods that gives off like this weird electromagnetic pulse and can like wipe out entire armies and shit depending on how much energy he puts into it. And
Okay.
so they Hi, I'm recording. Braden just got home, obviously. But he was given this sword that is what Kerr and Death Dealer are like trying to get to, because they are the only ones that can like cut down the army that they are fighting against. And everyone dies except for Kerr, the wizard, and the baby, and they just decide to sneak out the back door, which is what he's really good at. So I guess we'll see what's going on in the next issue.
They
Probably
just
the
like
same thing.
just sneak out the back door of every castle as they watch everyone die.
That's what has been happening. It's very frustrating because he's getting all of his like good allies just killed by his brother. His brother is just killing everyone. You can go on. Go on. Yeah, that's Death Dealer. There is an introduction of like a whole new group of people here. The Trigardi. I don't know. They look like little goblins.
No, cute.
So we'll see. They're being introduced and they are apparently on their way to help. But it doesn't say who they're going to help. It just says they're on their way. So
All
it could be
right.
either side.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So I have Godfell. This is issue number 4. This is about Zanzi, who's kind of just like a warrior, and a character she met, Neth, who you think is just kind of like a, I don't know, normal person, kind of weak. And Sanzi helps Neth kind of try to get through this body of the god, and now they're in the guts, I believe. And they've encountered these people called the Neely, and they like basically enter their mind. And this issue was really interesting. I don't know, I still continually like really like this book. It looks really good. It's fun, or at least like intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't have a lot to say just because it's pretty deep in sci-fi fantasy books, so there's just like a lot happening. But
Yeah.
I think if you like that sort of story, it would be good for you. Written
I
by
like how they've
Chris.
been on this journey for however long, and their point of reference is like, now we're in the guts.
Yeah, no, that's like the thing about it is just like they're traveling through this god's body, and it also makes it like, each stop kind of has something that like some group that they're encountering in this place, which is really interesting, and they all differ in their own ways. So yeah, I don't know, I really like the story. I think it's really good. And then anti-ear tail in my way. I have Daredevil. This is issue number 12. And this issue, I'm like trying to remember like what the fuck even happened in this book. Let's see. Let me flip through here. Daredevil and Elektra fight because Matt wants to be sent to hell to try and rescue Foggy and fight Mephisto. I can't remember. So yeah, that's what's going on here.
All right.
two two more issues, I believe, because I think it, if I'm remembering correctly, it ends at 14,
Okay.
and then like ends at 14 in August. That makes sense. July, August, so 2 more issues, yeah. And then the new number 1 by the new creative team starts in September.
Okay. Are you gonna stay on it, or were you only
I
doing it because it's a chip?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We'll see how this ends and see like if it's something like I don't know, I'll probably read the first issue.
Yeah, that
At
seems like
this
a good idea.
Yeah, it's just like at the same time I just don't know what like you could do or how you kind of like come out of this, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's something. I'm sure there's stories to be told, and I'm sure they will be intriguing and good, but kind of tired of superheroes, but I'm reading so many
Yeah.
DC books that it's weird for me to say that at the same time.
No, I get it. I kind of feel the same way. I was gonna say though, if you are interested in reading the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil stopping at Legend because the trades are all in the half off right now. So
That is true. They're all
just
hardcovers too.
yeah, I was so like I was tempted to pick them up yesterday just because I did want to read it, but I don't want like single issues. I would want the trades for it, but then I was like, what am I gonna do with like Daredevil trades, you know? And
Yeah.
I figured it would be better if like someone else picked them up anyway. So I don't know. They're there if you would like them. They're in really good condition and they're half off.
Yeah.
I think it was like 1 through 6.
I think it's 1 through 4.
1 through 4, something
Or
like
one
that.
through
I don't
three.
remember.
I picked them up and looked at them, but I do not remember either.
Yeah, I like saw them and was like, "Ooh, that would be cool," and then just left them. So if anyone wants them, just go get them.
All right, next.
Yes,
Okay. We got
Tales
Tales.
from Nottingham. This is issue number 4. This is just continuing the cute little short and sweet tales before Nottingham Volume 3 picks back up with the Sheriff of Nottingham. There's really, I mean, the first couple issues of these, it was easy to like kind of explain what was going on because it wasn't necessarily like a lead up to this new story.
Yeah.
But these last few have been with the Sheriff of Nottingham, and I don't know, leading into what is going to be happening.
Yeah, I mean, but they're not like confusing, and you don't really have to know what's happening in
Mhm.
the main title Nottingham to like understand what's happening in the book itself, because it's just like,
Right.
okay, Friar Tuck is trying to get the money for the king, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise he's gonna make the people pay extra, so he has to try and get it back. I don't know. I like this issue a lot.
I like how I don't know how to word it properly. Well, I guess the cover does a really good job. How the Sheriff of Nottingham is always just viewed as like the devil. Like
Yeah.
he's like the bad guy, which I get it in a sense why they like think that and stuff, but and I also just really love how like violent these
Hmm.
issues can be. I don't know. I do really really enjoy these stories and I did really like main title like Nottingham a lot. I think they're really good stories.
Yeah, I wish I had stayed on that book because it did seem like it was like really interesting, and I have really enjoyed these.
Mhm. I'll if you wanted to read them, I can like bring them for you at some point. Just like let me know and I'll take them out of my boxes.
Yeah.
Because I do think, you know, since you are enjoying this a lot, I think that you would enjoy main title a lot. I had a lot of fun with it and I didn't think that I would for kind of how long it just kept going. Which
Yeah.
was it wasn't even that. It was like 8 issues, but still. You know what I mean? It was two
I
separate series. I thought the first one was going to be it and then it just picked up again, which
yeah.
I was fine with. It was
I
fine.
say which is fine, but it's one of those things where when you're like, oh, it's done, and it's like, just kidding.
Yeah, and then it just like randomly came out again, and I was like, oh, okay, so we're not done. But again, it's fine. It's good. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Buttman. This is issue number 136, or if you want to get into the legacies, 901. Um,
Uh, so dumb.
Batman is back to his real world, the Batacombs, if you will. I'm fine. It's him dealing with the mental anguish of being back and not being completely okay, but not wanting to address it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's spot on. Art in this issue is fucking so good.
So good when he's fighting the penguin twins,
Hmm.
the little boy. That whole scene was like incredible to me. I love
Yes.
the art for it, like how fast he was, and I don't know. Yeah, this particular issue was really good.
The art is by Belen Ortega, just in case anyone's interested.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just like it looks good. I did actually like really enjoy this issue. even though it
Mhm.
is just like funny because it is just Batman being like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm dealing with some problems.
Yeah, it's so weird to me how like I don't know, beta cuck boys just don't consider like therapy. You know, like he really needs to talk to someone. He just like came back from a different dimension after being killed nearly by his own creation, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "Nah, dude, I'm fine." No, dude, you need to drink some fucking tea and just like sit this next one out.
Yeah, he really does need to sit this next one out. I did like the backup story. Jorge Corona does the art. Uh and it's just like I liked how intertwined, like I mean I have liked how all of these backup stories have been so intertwined with the main story, but this one especially I like how it flashes back to him making failsafe as what Curran's
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like that's cool. I like that like twist and how it's just like it keeps twisting a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think they did a really good choice with picking Jorge Corona to do the art for it because it just
Yeah.
looks so good too. I was I don't know, when I had started reading it, I didn't look to see who it was at first and I was like, "Wait, I know that art."
Yeah,
It
I
was
kind of
really
did the
cool. I
same
like
thing.
seeing Batman drawn like that. I think that they should do those kind of artists more for Batman stories.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Okay. More Batman side adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got the
this
bat
is
signal on it.
Poison Ivy issue number 13. Sorry, I was trying to figure out did this have a no, it didn't have a Nightwing Night Terror kind of thing. This is issue number 13. Poison Ivy is back in Gotham and dealing with the Bat family and just trying to find a place to fucking chill.
Mm-hmm. Especially because, you know, who she was when she left is not the same person that she is since she's come back. And of course, no one understands that. They think that she's just there to cause some issues, which is the case. But can I show you my favorite panel from this
Yeah, for
issue?
sure.
And it's just the way that he's standing.
Yeah.
There's that. But the art, I think it's the same artist who it usually is, right?
No, it's three different, it's like several different artists. Like so
Okay.
the first part is by Marcio Takara, who has been doing the issues.
Mm-hmm.
2 through 4 is Gillum March.
Okay.
5 through 11 is Kelly Jones. And then 12 through 19 is A.L. Kaplan.
Okay. That's
And
why I
the
was getting confused because I was like, it sort of like it looks the same as in like it flows well with the story.
mm-hmm.
But the whole scene when she's in her old like kingdom and she runs into Batman, the way that Batman looks is
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
that Kelly Jones stuff is
Yeah. Yeah,
brilliant.
like I love this page, this whole page
Mm-hmm.
here. It's just yeah, really really good. Just a cute little poison Ivan
Poison Ivan.
you know,
I
Ivy
love
Skin.
I love Poison Ivan. It's my favorite character.
It's mine now too. Yeah, poison ivy story. Just and this one also is potentially on a hiatus because of the night terrors as well. Correct? That's what you had
Yeah.
said. Okay.
Yeah. When I looked into it, all of the titles that were like tied into night terrors were not at least going next month.
Okay. Are they all the ones with the bat signal?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think those are just like Gotham adjacent books.
Okay. I just thought that would have been a really good like point out, I guess,
Yeah,
thing
no,
for them to do so that we would all know. But okay.
that's definitely not it because Shazam has just like the lightning bolt. So yeah,
Okay. Well, that's dumb, but okay. I get it. I get it.
who knows? 44 books though, it's just like ludicrous. Like that's one way to make me, like I said, I don't want to read it. I don't want to read any of them because there's 44 different like titles, but
Yeah.
like
If DC books were still 2.99, then I absolutely would. I would be like, yeah, cool, that's like nothing. But I mean, Batman's are like 4.99. Everything else can be like 3.99, 4.99. It's just too much. It's too much money.
yeah, And it's also too little at the same time. It's a wild situation.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like 2 issues each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just wait for the trade. If I want to read it, even, I'll just wait.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'll read the stuff that like I have that's going into it. So like Poison Ivy, Shazam, I think
Hmm.
Detective is also got one, and Batman maybe.
Hmm.
So there's like a few I signed up for, but I'm not gonna do like the main title one. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. I didn't sign up for any of them. Okay, ready?
I did last minute just because I wanted to know like what happens with Poison Ivy and like what happens in Shazam.
Yeah, I think I might like read a couple of them off of the wall, but I'm just not, I don't know, as into it.
Oh, that's like fair, 100%.
Yeah, to like get them, I guess. I don't know. Like I will check some of them out because I am curious as well, but I don't need them. And I need
Yeah.
to do better about like you know, getting things I don't need just because I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. And then ending up with like a whole series of something that I've read one issue for because I just don't care after the first one, but just, I'm lazy.
Yeah. No, I know I know the game.
It's the comic game.
Okay,
Okay.
are you ready for our next boy? We have Dark Knights of Steel. This is issue number 11. We're almost there. We've almost wrapped it up. Um,
Almost done.
I'm curious to see what is about to happen.
Hmm.
The twists keep on twisting, baby.
Yeah, there's been a lot of twists like these last few issues, which I like how it's been done because it's like near the end of the story and that's when all of these like plot
Hmm.
twists are coming in and it just makes it so exciting. I wish that they didn't wait so long between issues though.
I know.
That is
Yeah.
like my one complaint about this book is because like I remembered the twist, but like everything else was still like a little murky for me because it had been so long since number 10 came out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I get
it's
that.
we still love this book. It's one issue left, and it's going to be a big war. So we'll see who comes out.
Yeah. And I feel like every single time there's been a twist, it's felt like very like this twist felt very obvious
Hmm.
at the same time. Because even if it wasn't like how this twisted out, I was like, oh, that person is gonna do something fucked up.
Yeah, and I do like how that happens too because you want to believe that that's not what it's going to be, and then it is, and you're like, ah, shit. I expected that, but I didn't want it to happen.
Yeah, yeah. It's a really good book, and I definitely like I'm really glad I kept reading it because it was worth it's been worth it for sure. And I think
Hmm.
like part of the reason that it takes so long between each issue is just because of like the art itself. But okay. You ready for it?
Yeah, my comic is damaged.
Oh,
It feels
what
like
happened?
it was set on water. I'll just have to get a new one. It's not a big deal. I don't care. Oh my god. Is the cushion wet? I thought I could trust my couch. All right, whatever. This is Loki. This is issue number 1. This is the new Loki series by Dan Waters and Germain Peralta and Mike Spicier.
Sir.
Yeah, Spicer. Sorry.
We love Mike Spicer.
Yes,
Spicier.
we
Um,
absolutely do.
I personally really liked this a lot.
I did
Um,
too. It's I don't know. I was telling someone yesterday like if it's a Loki story, I'm going to like it like no matter what, just because it's a Loki story. But this one
mhm,
was like very interesting, and it was like it was done really well. Like I love how he writes Loki. I like just the story itself was just really interesting and
mhm.
fun and like exciting.
It just felt like, like it felt like Dan Waters had this like a lot of love for the character
Yeah.
and like knew what like the story he wanted to tell was. And it was like, I don't know, it was just like done in such a way where like I was really intrigued and I liked a lot of like I liked like the funny beats with like Loki being Florida man and like just the little books that the like giants or ice giants are reading, like that
Yeah.
sort of stuff, like and like the like bringing in like the ship and having it break apart and like that. Yeah, no, I thought it was a really, really interesting story and I really, really liked it. Besides the art being just so fucking phenomenal. It looks so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I like how he's written as the king and like how he treats his people and stuff because he's like gently manipulative. Like he's still doing it, but he's not like a complete asshole like he was before. Like he's
Yeah.
just like giving him a little nudge in the right direction. And I just think it's funny how he like taught them how to read and stuff, and then it's like, I know you guys didn't finish those books. Like, yeah, I just think it's really, he does a really good job of capturing the essence of Loki.
Yeah, there's this really good panel in the beginning where Loki's in like the shadow is like the old costume, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I love this. Yeah, I don't know, I would definitely suggest this to people who are not Loki fans.
Yeah, it's just a really fun read.
And I think it gives you enough of like the pieces where you don't need to know anything either, like it's like, okay, here's this story about this character already. And then like here's like the pieces of like where he's at, and then like here's this new story we're about to tell. I think that's just like really nice, easy, like approachable for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And I feel like I had mentioned this to you, the fact that like I wish that they would do more than like 4 issues at a time.
Hmm.
And I know that like the Loki Agent of Asgard, that was 17 issues and I thought that was like a good amount, but like I just feel like 4 isn't enough for like a full Loki story.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, if anyone can do it, then it would be Dan Waters because he's doing such a good job already.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
I want more Loki. I always
I
just want more Loki.
think it's fair. I think it's
Yeah.
fair, especially giving this like getting this little like taste, because then yeah, and then it's gonna be done so quickly.
Hmm.
So it feels like you're being robbed of something more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful shame.
All right, that's all that we've got.
Yeah, that's
Um,
everything.
so go to your local comic book shops and support your local comic book shops.
Local libraries, do
Your
what you got to do.
Yeah, use your library's resources. Take care of your friends, do good things. If you love comic books, I would suggest checking out the like comics broke me hashtag on Twitter. It's like trending right now. It's just highlighting people's experiences in the comic book industry, and all of them are fairly awful. So it is a nice way to educate yourself about, the creators that we love and the shit that they have gone through. And it's a bummer. It sucks.
Hmm.
Um, Heather, what you got?
Make yourself aware. That's all. You know, I don't have anything today. I thought I would by the end of the recording, but I just don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
Maybe next
Um, Maybe next week. Yeah, we'll bet on it. So thank you for listening to us, and we'll see you next time. And yeah, we'll also see you on the flippity flip.
later.